Hi, neighbor. I can see you are all excited and full agreement with your video on GE crops in agriculture, saying it is just a worldwide experiment. Do you know that genetic engineering in agriculture has been going on for over 10,000 years? Yes. Humans were always in search for plants with suitable traits to pollinate and to produce better offsprings. It was then called plant selection and breeding. The only thing is that it took decades for them to achieve their desired outcomes. Today, we do the same, but with efficiency, using what is referred to as genetic engineering or biotechnology, which is a laboratory based technology that can alter the DNA makeup of an organism. It allows for the same selection and breeding of plants, but within a shorter time, say 1 to 3 years, while obtaining the desired results with a much more targeted approach. We can say it is basically an upgrade to the traditional breeding methods used centuries ago. However, let me address some of the concerns I can remember you heard and was all excited about when listening to your video on the use of GE crops, where you accepted that it's a worldwide experiment. Firstly, it was said that when GE is introduced on crops outdoors, they cannot be controlled. Well, hear this. According to the International Service for the Acquisition of Agri-Biotech Application, ISA, biotech crops are considered as the fastest adopted crop technology in the history of modern agriculture, meaning farmers are accepting and using GE crops. Then we have BIS Community 2019, who states biotech crop planting has increased 113-fold since 1996, with accumulated area of 2.5 billion hectares. Biotech is the fastest adopting technology in the world. Then there is the GPL, Genetic Literacy Project, chipping in and saying a total of 15 million hectares of GM crops, namely soybean, maize, cotton, canola, sugar beets, alfalfa, papaya, squash, potatoes, apples, were all planted in the US. The major crops being soybeans, maize, cotton, with an adoption rate of 93.3% as in 2018. I can also remember hearing that your video was giving you information that GE crops producing higher yields is just a marketing mantra and a complex hoax. Let me give you the facts from ISA 2019 accomplishment report, which says, since the introduction of GE in 1996, GMOs or GE crops increased crop production by 657 million tons. GE's introduction has seen the lowering of croplands used by 183 million hectares, was able to reduce carbon dioxide emissions by 271 billion kg. Also, there is a Nigerian tribute which is saying that GM technology has contributed to all facets of food security by increasing yields and reducing losses. It contributed to food availability for more families, raised the incomes of farmers and rural citizens, also improving their economic assets and their access to food. There is another concern that I would like to address, that GE crops are resistant to herbicides and emit poisons, causing increased amounts of stronger pesticides to be used to check pest resistance. Well, what a point. Well, according to Anna Feddersen, in her article, GMO is a good thing, states plants with GE insect resistance have allowed farmers to decrease their pesticide use for more than 671 million kg. And the resistance development is part of a nature, and it's likely to happen with any pest management strategy used. ISA 2019 says that South African farmers benefited tremendously, having adopted the use of biotechnology. Their benefits included more farm yield, increased income, better crop quality, less use of pesticides, use of more environmentally friendly practices, reduced labor force, and the enjoyment of physical and mental, emotional well-being. One farmer even said, "We were fed up with weeding and spraying pesticides to control bollworm and weeds. When this technology was introduced, we rapidly picked it up." So, here we go. Another of the concern that was raised that you excitedly accepted, my friend, that GE is not the answer to hunger. It says that enough food is available, but is not distributed fairly. Well, ISA 2019 report is here again. It is saying the GE corn has helped Philippines achieve self-sufficiency in corn, increased corn production, supported the continuous expansion of their livestock and aquaculture sector, depending on corn as a feed source. They also stated that the continuous adoption